5 years ago, my sister vanished. There was a month-long manhunt. The FBI got involved. Dogs, helicopters, everything they could do. I led them to all the places we had played. They never found a body. This morning, a young woman appeared on my doorstep. She claims to be my sister. Same crooked smile, same blonde hair, same scar on her wrist from falling off the monkey bars. My parents are convinced, but I am not. I cut her up before I buried her. Have you ever had one of those days when nothing goes right? You stubbed your toe so bad it bled. You ran around the apartment trying to find a band-aid and had no time for breakfast. Yet, somehow, you still managed to miss the train. Since you're 45 minutes late for work, you had to stay an hour later, finishing up the busy work of the morning. Then you missed the train home. By a minute. One stupid minute. Don't worry. Today was the best day of your life. I got sick of waiting on you. Oh, how much I hate that feeling. You know the one? That shivering, chilling sensation down your spine. My grandmother used to scare me by telling me it meant someone was walking over your grave. Every time I feel it, I think of her. There it is again. That cold, horrible sensation. I'm beginning to wonder if perhaps my grandmother has been right. Maybe this sensation would go away if my grave was a marked one. I have never met a woman who I found more appealing. And best of all, she was quite taken with me too. She would laugh, make gentle fun of what she called my weird British flirting. I just want to absolutely devour you, I say with a charming smile. She giggles and looks back at me, biting her lip, her eyes full of mischief, and she says nothing, leaving me with a tinge of frustration. It's fine, really. I can wait. I do possess manners. After all, you don't eat a person without their consent. All my life, as far as I can remember, I've sought reason. For much too long I've been in denial. Now, finally, I have accepted it. I am dead. There is hell, and I'm in it. For no reason. I've always hated the porcelain mask that hangs on my bedroom wall. It frightens me. Its empty eyes send shivers through my body whenever I catch a glimpse of them in the moonlight. The wide grin, frozen on its face, is unsettling and makes me cringe from across the room. Its snow-white complexion looks like the skin of someone who's lifeless and dead. I've always hated the porcelain mask that hangs on my bedroom wall. It frightens me, especially when it whispers to me at night. I've done some bad things in my life. I know I'm destined for hell. There's no getting out of it at this point. They say hell manifests itself differently for people depending on what their biggest fear is. What scares me the most is the idea that there is no afterlife, that when I die, I will simply cease to be. Eternal nothingness, loss of consciousness, the idea that life is utterly meaningless. This is what horrifies me. I just took a whole bottle of aspirin and I'm starting to get drowsy. It's fucked up when you hope that fire and brimstone meet you on the other side. When I was frustrated or upset, I'd turn to my best friend and sigh. Just kill me. When I was bored, I'd complain. Just kill me. When I was in pain, just kill me. When I was tired, just kill me. After 20 years of her being my best friend, I never thought I'd see the day where she'd actually do it. In the year 2200, humanity will discover the secret of immortality. The immortality agent will be spread through the air to ensure that everyone on Earth gets their shot at living forever. By 2989, however, over the course of several hundred years of launching space shuttles and satellites, Earth's atmosphere has completely disintegrated, voiding Earth of all life forms beside humans. Our first fear was cannibalism after all plants and animals died, but the real problem appeared when all oxygen disappeared. Humanities may have achieved immortality, but have you ever felt the pain of not being able to breathe? I have the worst scarecrow in the world. I see it across my field through the dense field of crows that circle it. The birds have landed everywhere, pecking and tearing at it. If they haven't destroyed it by tonight, they will by morning. It is, without a doubt, the worst scarecrow. But, you must admit, it is the best place to hide a body. I never meant to kill her. I swear to God I didn't. I know people say that all the time, but I'm telling the truth. One too many drinks and we were fighting. She punched me in the face, I shoved her, she fell and hit her head on the table. That's it. No twisted backstory, no elaborate murder plot. It was an accident and I'm sorry. I sobered up a bit when I realized she wasn't breathing. I had to get rid of the body. So here we are now. She's buried in a swamp somewhere and I'm on my way home. I'm pulling into the driveway now. It took 7 garbage bags to hold her severed body parts, and I put each bag in a different place. How the hell is she standing on my front porch? Humans use tools. That's what makes us better. I like tools. I have all sorts of them. Many have a multitude of purposes. Take, for example, this hammer I'm holding. I could build something beautiful with it. Oh, however, that isn't my intention tonight. Now, hold still. I saw how hard it was for Mum to raise me on her own. I promised that I would always be there for her and that I would look after her, which is why I am always by her side, even after the accident where others less devoted to their mother might, for the sake of their own convenience, move on. In spite of having to deal with the screaming and general unpleasantness that results from our less than conventional circumstances, I have to fulfill my duty as a good daughter. After all, it's not like she stopped being my mother the day I died. I hope that when I die there's burning and demons with pitchforks. I hope that when I meet the devil he'll have goat feet and giant horns. I hope the smell is putrid and the sights assault my eyes. I hope that no one shows me mercy, no matter how I cry. I hope they fill my mouth with maggots till I cannot scream or talk. I hope nightmarish nasty birds peck at my face between their squawks. I hope they light my hair on fire while I shriek and howl in pain. I hope they laugh and they make jokes. I hope this happens every day. I hope they make me watch in vain as they peel off my young son's skin. I hope they break my mother's bones for every time I've ever sinned. I hope the afterlife's an awful place where agony is ever persisting, as long as when I die, I don't just simply stop existing. I try not to make a noise. I try as hard as I can to lie perfectly still. With each bang and each scream and each anguished cry, my body wants to twitch, wants desperately to react, but I won't let it. My nose almost touches the bed frame above me, and I pray
The space looks too small. I pray they will not hear me. The creaking of the floorboards should not be distinguishable over the mayhem outside, but it seems louder than any of it. Polished black shoes come to a stop right next to the bed.
I can hear your breathing under there, little rat,
The voice says softly, the German inflection harsh even in a whisper.
9 more of that.
Have you ever woken up and thought you've seen figures standing there in the darkness? Close your eyes. They don't like it when you stare.
It was pitch black on the deserted back road when my alternator gave out and the car died. My phone had no signal, and I thought I was out of options when I noticed the glow of taillights in the distance. I had begun to make my way up the street when I heard the breathing and froze in horror. It wasn't taillights I was approaching, it was a set of eyes.
Hush, little baby, don't make a sound. Your mama's gonna load another round. And when that round is loaded right, your papa's gonna be in a world of fright. 'Cause mama, she will kill him dead for all the nights he caused her dread. Her bruises and her fear will end, because his body she will rend. So hush, little baby, for he's in hell. His body's being dumped in the old closed well.